Hello trainers! Whenever a new raid boss or a returning raid boss comes into rotation, a question I often see is, how many players do I need to complete this raid? I wanted to provide a quick guide for Zapdos, as the right Pokemon to use is a little bit more complicated than Articuno or Moltres. Articuno and Moltres are both double weak to rock, but for Zapdos there are a few other factors to keep in mind. Right now the screen I have pulled up shows the top counters at level 50 with the no dodging strategy attack set in extreme weather at level 50. We can see the shadow Pokemon here at the top, but I really wanted to draw our attention to Rhyperior here in the 4th slot. Rhyperior is generally the best Pokemon to use on a Zapdos raid due to its strength, bulk, and resistance to Zapdos' moveset. Rhyperior is much easier to get a strong or 100% IV form due to its availability in the wild and through trades compared to the shadow Pokemon at the top. And we can use more than one Rhyperior per team, unlike the Mega Evolution we can see here with Aerodactyl. If we look at Zapdos' moveset, we can see that Zapdos only learns Electric, Flying, and Rock moves. Rhyperior resists every single move Zapdos can use. Electric is not effective on ground, flying is not very effective on rock, and rock is not very effective on ground. We can see if we look at the death counter here, Rhyperior would faint 7 times in this scenario against Zapdos, when Pokemon like Mega Aerodactyl would faint 21 times, who does have an electric weakness, and Rampardos would faint 23 times on average. Even Shadow Mewtwo would faint more than twice as many times as Rhyperior does. This really helps emphasize the amount of bulk that Rhyperior has to stay in the game. Other non-shadows besides Rhyperior we can use to fill out the team are of course the Mega Aerodactyl, we have Rampardos, Mamoswine, which is also good if electric moves are in use, as Mamoswine also resists electric attacks. We have Terrakion and Galar Darmanitan. So now we're going to go ahead and jump the level down, and we're going to look at level 40 counters. Now here we can see it's going to be a harder duo here. We have the Shadow Pokemon that offer the ability to duo as before. We also have Rhyperior, Mega Aerodactyl, Rampardos, and if you're cutting it close, we have Mamoswine as well. So it's still possible to do, but I also wanted to point out that Mega Aerodactyl and Rampardos actually jumped down on this list compared to when they were level 50. It's not in the same order because the extra bulk that Mega Aerodactyl and Rampardos both get from becoming level 50 helps them survive longer, which really helps with the overall damage output they have on the raid boss. So if we jump back really quick to level 50, we can see that Mega Aerodactyl at level 50 is the 3rd best, and Rampardos is the 5th best, which are both higher than what we have here for Shadow Mewtwo. But at level 40, Shadow Mewtwo just has enough bulk in order to outpace them at this level. Now let's go ahead and look at the level 30 counters so we can get a better idea of maybe what more casual players might be using on the raid boss and how many players that would take. So we can see here for level 30 attackers, the only Pokemon viable is Shadow Mamoswine, and it's fairly unlikely that a more casual player is going to have a strong Shadow Mamoswine, or a team of them at that matter. So we really want to move our direction towards a trio rather than a duo. As we can see here, there are plenty of Pokemon that would offer us a trio. Pretty much everything on this list, even a Hidden Power Rock Regigigas, which is very interesting. So ultimately, I would say the answer is 2 to 3 players for how many players it takes to complete a Zapdos raid. For players with the strongest counters, a duo is definitely possible. For everyone else, if you have at least 3 players, you shouldn't have any issue completing the Zapdos raid. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to post any comments, and thank you.